Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Welcome again to another episode of Rob's Opinion. Don't matter. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? When you come in, please do a brother a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it very, very much. I really, really do. Yeah. Well, let's get into it. Actually, you look and read the title. You'll you notice is what stocks I'm buying today. And before I get into it, in a little second or two or three, I just want to say God bless everybody. Hopefully y'all doing well. Hopefully God is blessing your life, and hopefully you have a relationship with Him. And with that said, try not to be too long today, but it is what it is. If you want to live, please make yourself known in the chat if you can. But let's get into it. When I talk about the stock market, for those that be on my live, I'm not talking about the stock market as a whole. I base it off of my account, what I have already invested in. Hey, what's up, Queen? How you doing? God bless you. Welcome in, welcome in. Please hit the like button. Appreciate you very, very much for coming in. When I talk about stocks, I talk about my account, what I have money invested in. And of course, I'm not a financial advisor. But for those that are on my live regular, I just give them an idea of what I'm doing. And maybe, just maybe, they might decide to do the same thing. What's up, brother Jay? How you doing? God bless you, bro. Welcome in, welcome in. And first one I'm going, I actually do have some stock in, but I'm going to extend myself a little bit more on it. Is Stellantis. If y'all don't know what Stellantis is, I might be pronouncing it wrong, but I don't care. Stock code STLA. STLA is Stellantis, and just so y'all, if you don't know what company that is, they the ones that make like the Dodge trucks, and it's Dodge Ram trucks, and stuff like that. Car making company. Their current price right now is sitting at $9.80. Now, the only thing I do not like about this stock is that it pays dividends, but it does it once a year. So there's a good possibility that when I buy, I got some already, but if it goes up reasonably high, I'm probably gonna end up selling. What's up, out the pit? God bless you, bro. Welcome in. I'm probably gonna end up selling as opposed to waiting for the dividend. That's just with that company. I usually don't buy stocks that take a year to get the dividend, but I do once in the blue I'll buy stocks like that. I don't like waiting the whole year. 3 months dividends, 1 month dividend is where I usually play the game at. But that's what I usually do. But I am going to buy some more Stellantis. But there's a good possibility, depending on how if it goes up and how far it goes up, I'm going to weigh it out, and I'm probably going probably end up selling it. But if it doesn't go above my average cost reasonably high, I'm gonna just hold and just let it ride out, and that's just pretty much it. But that's just one of the ones I'm buying. The other one is KHC. How y'all doing, man? Appreciate y'all. Give me a second. I want to go hit the chat for a little bit. Again, how you doing, Queen? God bless you. Again, Jay, how you doing, brother? God bless you. Thank you for welcoming. You guys, please do me a favor. Hit that like button if you can. I know you guys are already subscribers. And just for those that are not a regular in here, please check out my brother Jay's YouTube channel at Bone Crusher Jay. If you can, brother, please put your YouTube page in the chat so the people can know who you are. Same thing with my brother Out the Pit. When you get a chance, brother, please put your YouTube page in the chat so people know who you are. And your Queen Sackcloth, please put your YouTube page in the chat so people who don't know can get in on the family and follow your channel. And for those that are on this live, please follow those channels. If you don't, Believe me when I tell you, you won't be dissatisfied because we all get together and we have a good time. Just so y'all know. And you're going to get some substance and your stomach going to get busted from laughter and all that stuff and all that good stuff in between. The other one, please check out Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare, who's another regular on my channel. Plus have a online hair care store. Maybe at some point she might be in the chat, but her husband is, and he'll probably go in and shoot her in the chat at some point. But please follow her page. Not only follow her page, please check out her store at Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare store. But with that said, getting back to the stocks, KHC is actually Kraft. Interesting story if y'all don't know about Kraft. I mean, they make ketchup, of course, but I think I'm saying the right one. Yeah, they make ketchup, like the ketchup and stuff like that. That's what I'm talking about. They make a lot of other stuff, but I'm like Kraft macaroni and cheese. But I was reading the article with them, and this is not why I bought the stock. I already have some, just buying more. But the reason why I with the brought that up a little bit, because with RFK talk, when Trump put in RFK, and I don't want to get into politics right now, I'm gonna go back to the stop, but I just want to make this quick point. With Trump putting RFK in charge of the health stuff and stuff like that, Kraft actually announced that they're taking all of the red dyes and stuff. They already did it almost 90%, but they said by 2027 they're going to get rid of all of that stuff that, basically they're trying to, what they consider to be poison and synthetics out of all of the products that they make. So that's a good news if y'all don't know that. But I was just reading an article earlier about that. But anyway, back to where I'm investing at. Again, Kraft is one of them. Stellantis is the other one. Kraft stock code is KHC. Stellantis is STLA. The next one is, I'm not sure about this one, but I'm going to throw it in there anyway, which is JB Hunt, trucking company JB Hunt. I got stock in it already. But these, just so y'all know, these are stocks that I already have stock in, but they're currently lower than where I originally bought it at. So take that for what it's worth, meaning that if someone was to buy it today, they would actually be buying it cheaper than what I originally bought it for. That's why I'm giving you guys what stocks I'm buying today. So let's use Jay as an example. Jay said, you know what, I don't have stock in JB Hunt. I'm gonna put $1 there just to have it in my portfolio. He would literally be buying it at cheaper than I originally bought it at. Just so y'all know. The next one is BGS Foods. Jay probably know who this is because they're actually located in New Jersey. Their stock price is really relatively low right now. And like I said, investing in the stock market has its risk with it. But again, those are the stocks that I intend to buy, that I actually, some of them I already bought. Some of them I'm playing this patient game, and sometimes it kicks me in the butt, but it is what it is. The other one is KMB, which is Kimberly Clark. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but Kimberly Clark is, if you ever go into like into bathrooms like Burger King, McDonald's bathroom and stuff like that, Kimberly Clark is one of those suppliers that supplies like toilet paper and stuff like that, commercial wise. They do a lot of commercial business with those type of places and people get their supplies from. Jay probably knows who I'm talking about. Out the pit, you probably know who I'm talking about if you guys haven't dealt with Kimberly Clark. But that's what they are. For somebody that don't know, that's what Kimberly Clark is. They deal with like a lot of the commercial places with a lot of commercial like toilet paper and stuff like that, paper towels, napkins, and, so they're relatively been around a while and they're a big company. I've been buying it, but I'm gonna probably buy some more, which is Kellogg's cereal. I don't know why. I'm on a cereal kick right now. I don't know why, but I decided I'm gonna buy some more. But again, these stocks are stuff that I currently have holdings in, but they're in the red for me. So if someone was to say that, they will probably getting it starting out buying that stock cheaper than what I originally paid for. The next one I'm getting into is HL. Well, Kellogg stock code is KLG. Y'all need to know that. The next one is HLNE, which is Heline. I might be pronouncing it wrong, but forgive me. HLNE. That's the next one I'm going to buy. Again, these are companies that I'm in the red with. And if someone wants to jump in at this moment, they will be literally buying it cheaper than I originally bought it for. What's the other one? And the next one is OLNY. And they do a lot of different things, and I have to go back, but most of the reason why is because it's more around the guns, ammunition, and stuff like that. But I think they do a lot more stuff than that. But I can't remember off the top of my head now. It's just kind of my head. I went a blank. So gotta kind of go back and get a general idea if I can. Give me 1 second. Other than that, just to give y'all an idea what they're about. Yeah, it's a manufacturing company. Actually, yeah, I said they do a lot more than that. They do like ammunition, guns, Winchester, and stuff like that. But they also do like make chemicals, epoxies, and stuff like that. So that's why I'm up my game in that a little bit more too. So for those that are on this live, please the next one is S, and their stock code is ONY. Yeah, Jay. Oh, okay. I used to use Stash. I don't have it no more, but because I do my own. Hold on 1 second. Yes, I do, Jay. You're absolutely right. I use Robinhood. Yeah, they've been on the stock. I've been having stock for them for a little bit while, Jay. I've been having stock with them for a little while now. So yeah, they on it, and they pay dividends, and it's every 3 months, Jay. If you want to know. Yeah, I used to use Stash, but I like Robinhood a little bit more because it gives me a lot more to work with. But I also, like you said, Jay, I use the Cash App too. I don't have a ton of money over there. Oh wow, I'm surprised you never heard of it. But I use Robinhood is because it gives me a lot more stock the company with. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and outside of those are the ones that I'm gonna actually buy. So you can always, if you're not sure what I said, you can always later go back, check the video and check it out. But yeah, that's cool, Jay. But that's why I use Robinhood, and I do use the Cash App. Yeah, I like Stash. Stash is a little slow for me. But I understand, like, for people who like to kind of just use it because they're not monitoring it 24/7, I think Stash is perfect. Me, I'm on the stock market, every single day. So it's a little bit different for me because I'm just like, I'm looking for the moments to buy when I want to buy. So I'm on it. But I honestly, this is just my honest opinion. I think Stash, for people that don't watch the stock market very, very much and they want to just have an idle way of investing, meaning I want to get it in there and maybe cycle money in slowly. I think Stash is perfect for a lot of people. It's not for everybody, just like Robinhood isn't for everybody. It just depends on you. And I think that's, to me, is like a good one for people that don't watch the market every single day. Now, the Cash App. If someone has stock in the Cash App and you may be interested in buying dividends, right? I just want to give y'all an idea, right? And I'm quite sure everybody here has a Cash App. And if, let's say, you're looking for dividend stocks in Cash App, you go into Cash App and you go into where it says, where you can buy stock and stuff like that. And then if you hit the search button and then you go hit the advance button, you'll see a label that'll come up that says, I don't know if y'all gonna be able to see this or not because it's so glary in here. All right, let me try to back up. I don't know if y'all gonna see. Yeah, see, this so bright. It's not. I can just tell by it. You're not gonna be able to see it. But if you go to, give me a second. You go hit the search button, and once you hit the search button, you're probably gonna see something like this. I know y'all can't really see it, but you're gonna see something like that. And then if you hit advance, and then hit dividend yielding, and then hit apply, right? In the Cash App, it will tell you all of the companies that they have that you can purchase and that pay dividends. Now, they don't give you a lot of details about the dividends, but it tells you that it's dividend is a stock that yields some type of dividend. And there's well over 1,000 of them in there. It's like 1,035 different companies in the Cash App that you can buy stock in that actually pays out some type of dividend. It don't tell you how much, how often, and stuff like that, but it does say dividend yielding. So for somebody that don't know how to do a lot, don't want to do a whole lot of research, and they just want to have something that does pay dividends, and the Cash App, once you hit the search button, like you go to where you can buy stock, then you hit the search button. When you hit the search button, you're gonna see advance up there. You click advance, then what's gonna pop up is two different things, and one's gonna say dividend yielding. You check that and then hit apply. It'll tell you everything that in the Cash App that you can actually buy that pays out some type of dividend. Just so y'all know. But if you're on this live, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to a brother's channel. Appreciate it very, very much. But for those that are on this live, again, those are the stocks that I'm buying today. I mean, my thing is that I try not to go too hard. I always tell people start small, work slow, and teach yourself and learn. Yeah, Robinhood does it too. It does it like actually Cash App and Robinhood does it. They send you like all of this. Yeah, it does. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, it does. I get all of the notifications, the meetings. That's the reason why, like a lot of people like, why are you always turning your notification off? I said, because I don't have that stuff on because I would just my phone be off the roof with between emails from all of these stock companies and stuff like that. So I had to I just go in and turn everything off because I can't now. So, but yeah, Jay, Robinhood does send you all the meetings, the voting stuff. You can go in and vote if you want to vote based on who's getting ready to rehire, all of that other stuff. You get the voting rights and everything there. Cash App does this. Cash App does the same thing. Now, here's the thing with Robinhood. You have to be a little bit careful about with Robinhood. Jay, I don't know if you noticed with Robinhood, but Robinhood has what they call stock lending, right? Which they will, let's say you own a whole share of something. Robinhood will lend that stock out for people that does like optional trading and stuff like that. And what they do, they will pay you some money out of it, but it's not a whole lot of money. So let's say Kimberly Clark, I own a share of Kimberly Clark, and Robinhood will take that stock and they will rent it to other traders and optional traders and stuff like that. And what ends up happening is at the end of the month, Robinhood, whatever stocks you own that you own full shares of, they will pay you out money, pay you out some type of money for renting your stocks out. Now, you make a little bit extra money with that. I'm not a big fan of it, but if you have if you do have that option open where they're renting your stock out, then it will affect your voting rights. Meaning it won't, because they rented your stock out, you don't get to vote, and you might not see the voting rights for certain stocks because they rented it out in that month. But some months, if it's not rented out at the moment, then you might see it. So sometimes you won't get it because of that reason. I do have mine on. I don't really care one way too much, but that sometimes will affect your voting rights. Good morning, top to bottom, hair and skincare. How are y'all? Oh, and top to bottom has Robinhood too. Yeah, I do use it, Jay. But I do use it because I have a lot of stocks that's idling, and I want to try to get. Then the other thing is, and for those that are on the live, and since the other thing I'm gonna tell y'all like this: if you have idle money in your investment account in Robinhood and you haven't invested that money, they also automatically pay you out interest on uninvested money. It used to be one, I think it's 1.5% interest every single month. So let's say in your investment account you haven't actually invested the money, or this is why I do also like Robinhood, is that once my dividends kick into my investment account, it automatically starts calculating for the interest. So if I don't reinvest that money, just let it sit there, I get 1.5% interest on my money every single month because I haven't touched the money or reinvested. So that's one of the other reasons why I like Robinhood, is that none of my money, no matter where it's at, is idling for me. But like I said, I have no beef with the Stash app. I think it's great, but it depends on your investment strategy, because everybody don't have the time to sit there and watch what I do every single day. All right, here's the thing, Jay. I don't know if it would see, because sometimes it depends. Like I'm a big dividend fan, Jay. So it's hard for me to answer that, because if I feel like something sitting there too long and ain't doing nothing for me, I'm gonna go put it somewhere where it's making me some money, because I'm more focused on the dividends. But I do have stocks that are idling that don't pay dividends. But because I understand that there are some companies don't pay out dividends because they're trying to grow and they need to keep reinvesting money to grow. So if it's a stock that you believe that it's going to grow and go somewhere, in my opinion, I probably would just hold it. I just would take new money and just, pet it, because I do have some stuff like Robinhood. I actually have stock in Robinhood. It don't pay out dividends, but I still have the stock and I'm not selling it. My hope is that the company grow to the point where they split, and eventually they so profitable that they start paying out shares to the shareholders, and therefore it would then become an income for me. So that's why I don't always just don't always sell everything. Yeah, I don't have I don't really do a whole lot of selling, Jay. I have some that idle for me, but I hold, man. Like if I really believe that company's going to do something and it's worth it, because I do have probably about maybe 10 different companies that I got money in that don't pay out dividends, and some of it look good, some of it is not so good. But I just, I just feel like I got to take the risk somewhere other than just dividends, and so I just hold on to them. And I got Robinhood that don't pay dividends and it's idling, but I'm just still holding on to it. I got this. Hold up, there's another one. There's some stupid other one that I have. Give me a second, because I can't remember. I got a whole lot of stock and stuff, so it's hard for me to remember everything. But give me 1 second, and I'll get into Robinhood, and I can tell you. Give me 1 second. They go wait till the end of the year and off they go, huh? Yeah. All right, I got stock in this. It's a semiconductor one that I have stock in, Jay, that's idling right now. And well, actually, it wasn't. It's still idling. It's not doing nothing for me. It went up a little bit, but I'm in the red, but I'm not going to sell it. And that's ON. It's one of those growth stocks that don't pay dividends, but it's just kind of not doing anything for me. The other one is KULR. That's not doing nothing for me, but I'm just going to hold to it. I just think it's going to do something down the road. I noticed they've been buying a lot of Bitcoin for some reason. This one is like an ETF. It's PSQH. The only reason why I bought that is because they're doing something with the with Donald Trump and them as it relates to the gun industry. So I just went in on that one. I got stock in Rumble, which is like YouTube platform Rumble. They don't pay out dividends, and I'm holding on to that too. And then the other one I have is LTRY, which is some type of lottery thing located in Texas. I have no idea. Honestly, I probably should have did more. I don't have a lot of money tied up in them, so I'm not really worried about it. Usually I buy it. If it goes up higher than what I buy, I'll probably pull out what I invested in, and whatever the profit was, I'll leave right there, and then I just say I'm done with it, and that's it. So I try. I don't like taking losses, so that's what I usually do. But those are just some of the ones that I have. Actually, that's most all of them. Yeah, that's all the ones that I have right now that don't pay out dividends, but they idle and they're not doing it for me. But I'm gonna hold them. I'm gonna die with. I made money off of them already when I first got them. I took out what I made in profit. So whatever happens at this point, it doesn't matter to me. If they go bottom out, they can bottom out. If they don't, if they go up, they go up. I'm gonna ride it out long term and just see what happens at that point. So it's not like I have a ton of money. It's not money that I would concern myself with. So it's like, whatever happens, happens. But yeah, those are the ones that I'm on that I was investing in. So for you guys on here, you can always, eventually go back and watch the video over, and if you're not sure what I said or how I said it, but like I told you guys, as much as I possibly can, I'm going to get over here and well, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I have some stuff that I'm in the red with that I've had, and I've been in the red with for 2 years, maybe longer. I'm still holding on to it because it's still paying me out dividends. At some point, if I keep collecting the dividends, this is just how I look at it. The dividends is going to give me back what I'm in the red with. And so far, it's had done that almost with every single stock that I purchased. This is the other reason why I usually go the dividend route. So the way I look at it is I look at all of the dividends that they pay me out. Let's say I'm down in a company and I'm down $200. So I'll go back and I'll look at all of the dividends that they pay me out. And I'll say, oh, if I collect one more dividend out of this company, I'm going to be breaking even. And then whatever happens after that is what happens after that. So I think it all depends on, where your comfort zone is at. If a company is going in the red and if it's paying me out dividends, as long as they keep paying dividends out, I won't invest any more money in it. If I'm not too comfortable with the performance, I'll just freeze and say that's it. But sometimes you have to sell out of stuff for better opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't got no cash to work with and it's really just dying out and it's not really doing nothing for you, sometimes it's better to just say, you know what, cut my losses. I'll find something that will work for me but better. But that's a hard one to say because, one thing I try not to do is give people like real advice of what to do with their money. But there have been times that I've had something that I say, okay, enough is enough. And I would pull out in the red. But I only did that when I seen something that I knew that was a relatively better, sure shot than what I currently had it in. And it has worked in some cases where I took that money. I didn't take it out, but I just sat the money there idle. And I seen an opportunity, and it was like, okay, like, especially when we have some, like if politically wise a war break out or something comes out and everything kind of crashes, then I'll look and say, oh, bam, and I'll just go in and I'll buy something else. And I've recap money just doing it that way. Real talk. I've gotten my money back just by doing it that way sometimes. So I don't recommend people to just sell in the red just because it's in the red. I just think you got to really look at all of what's going on, why it's in the red. Like it's like Jay's making a point in here. I was in the red with Ford. Now, yeah, so it depends on when you bought it at too, and giving y'all some a little insight. That's the reason why when I tell y'all what I'm buying, low key, if you're really paying attention, I'm telling y'all what I'm buying. What I'm buying is because it's in the red for me. I never tell y'all what I'm in the green with. I only tell y'all what I'm in the red with. There's a reason why I'm choosing the red ones and not the green ones. Meaning that if someone that's on my live right now decide, you know what, I want to maybe buy some stock in that, you'll be purchasing it cheaper than I originally purchased it at. And that means that you're getting it cheaper than I bought it at. But like I said, I'm not in the and Jay making a good point right here is that like Ford Motor Company, and here's what I mean by I'm gonna use the Ford because Jay brought up Ford Motor Company. He said he's in the red with it. Now I'm not in the red with Ford Motor Company, but if I was in the red with Ford Motor Company, Ford Motor Company pays out dividends every 3 months. If I ride it out long enough and I just took the dividends and kept it, I possibly could get my money back just on that alone. After the dividend. That's the reason why I stick to the dividend game, is because of that reason. And it also, so you got to weigh that one out. Like, right. So like Jay said, he's down 35%. Now here's the thing. I was in the red with Ford. I was just like Jay was. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it was that bad, but I was in the red with Ford. When I seen Ford crash, and when I was in the red, I had this true story. I'm not exaggerating. I had 10 shares of Ford, and that's not even a lot. It's not even a lot of money. And I was in the red with Ford. When I seen Ford drop down a whole lot, I purchased all the way up to 100 shares. I said I want 100 shares of Ford, and I'm gonna hold it there for a while. And me buying that Ford, 100 shares of Ford, brought my average cost down drastically. And then when Ford went back up, now I'm in the green. Because I went in hard when it dropped real hard. I had some money. I'm going to just buy up as much as I can. And now I'm actually, I use that money to bring my average cost down. And when it went back up again, now I'm in the green with it. So if I bought Ford at, let's say, $12 and I had 10 shares of it, and Ford went down to like, let's say, $9, and I bought 90 shares at $9, my average cost is going to probably be about $9.50. I'm not sure exactly, but let's say it ends up being like $9.50. Ford Motor Company is over $10 a share right now. So that's how I ended up getting out of the red. Yeah, I was just trying to use that as an example, but yeah, it's so I don't always recommend you sell just because it's in the red. Sometimes being in the red that's what I buy more. Now, if you're using what I always use is on Robinhood, I use total return. I don't care about stock prices because the stock prices, once it's in my portfolio, don't matter to me no more. What I care about is what I'm in the red with and what I'm in the green with. So if I put mine on total return, it's going to take the stock price out of the way. And what it is it's just going to tell me what I'm in the green with and what I'm in the red with. And it's going to give me the dollar amount. And if I switch it to percentage, it'll give me percentage amount. I just care about the dollar amount because I can pretty much guess what the percentage is. And that's how I move everything. I got some stuff that I'm down 300%. But I haven't sold it because they still paying me dividends out. And you never know. Sometimes those stocks might rebound. So it depends on what you can stomach and what you can't. Yeah, I agree. And my thing is, if it goes down again, I'm buying. But the other thing is that I'm not sure if I'm 100 on this one, but Ford they're getting those minerals to build cars from China, and I think they're already in work of getting making that deal with China to get the those precious minerals they call precious mineral for their cars that they're building. So, and Ford sells more cars in China than I don't think any American company. I think Ford is probably one of the number one cars besides maybe Tesla as it relates to China buying Ford cars. So Ford does a lot of business over there, unlike some of the other companies. Yeah, I don't like it. Well, I don't like Jaguar anyway. I don't know. I didn't like that neither, man. I want American brands to be American brands. I don't really yeah, I don't like that neither, Jay. I mean, I think I want American brands to be American brands. I don't I hate it. Even with Dodge and stuff and Stellantis, I don't even think that's an American company. I just don't. I want American brands to be American brands. I mean, I know we're gonna get material and parts and stuff from other countries to some extent, man. But I prefer, and this is my personal preference, is that because I try to buy American brand cars when I do, and I've always been this way. It didn't come like recently. That's one thing that you can say politically that I was consistent with, is that I just, for some reason, I'm like, I live in America, I work in America, I want to keep Americans working. I'm buying American cars. And I wasn't even like really patriotic then. I just was doing it. I don't know why that was in me like that, but it was. Yeah, it's a lot of. I mean, we still. It's the crazy part is Tesla is the most American-made brand in all the car industries. Who would have thought? I'm not buying no Tesla. I don't want none. But that's crazy that Tesla is more American brand, make more in America, does more in America as far as building their cars than all the other companies. But yet I don't like Teslas and I don't want one. But yeah, hopefully some of what I said, some of the stocks that I talk about, like I said, if you guys get a chance, go back, look. If you on your Stash app or your Cash app, and like I said, once in a while, like today, the stock my counts is kind of is a little down today, so that's why I said it's a good day to talk about it, because some of my investments are on the downside. Don't mean they're gonna stay there, but it was on the downside. But so for those people that might want to get into something, might want to buy stocks in these, and say, you know what, I got $1, I got $2, I got something. Let me get started, whatever. And periodically, I'm going to do these type of lives because I really want to offer you guys something of substance other than our jokes and laughs and stuff, which is great. But, and for those that are on this live, anybody on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. And join the family. You know what I mean? Jay, top to bottom, hair and skincare. Let me go back to the originals. Join the channel, and I'm clicking them down. Queen Sackcloth, Jay Garcia. Please, these are the people that are regulars in here. You enjoy it. Out the pit, you're going to enjoy their channels. Some of them in the beginning phases of it. Some of them have been in it a little while, but please follow these people's channel. We appreciate y'all very, very much. If you on this live, and like I said before, top to bottom, hair and skincare is they're on the path. They have a store. So if you on this live, please follow their top to bottom, hair and skincare store. YouTube page, and their store. The link to their store is in their YouTube page, which is right here. For those that just, if there's anybody on this live that don't know, and like I said, join the family, all of us. All the people that's here, and some of them are not here, like Joyce Art, her daughter, a world away from here. They're not here also, but those are other ones that be on the live sometimes that she has, that we can also follow channel. But you're gonna enjoy being on this part of this family. Yeah, Tesla. I'm dead serious. I didn't believe it myself when I heard it, but I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying they were telling the truth. I just know he was like, man, most of the Teslas are all made in America. I was like, wow. $94% in the green, huh, Jay? I might have to come see you a little sooner. 94%. Jay, you thinking about getting a Tesla, huh? Hey, man, I'm not. I don't know nobody. I don't knock when nobody buy, man. I just don't want to. I like old school pollution. Yeah. Oh, you just checked. Oh, okay. That's what I said. Yeah, I'm dead serious, Jay. That's what they saying. They saying that Tesla is probably more American made than all the other companies because you got Mexico making Ford and some of the other companies making some of the American so-called American brands, but it is what it is. Tesla paid dividends. When that happened? I know they used to didn't. Now I gotta go check. Oh no. I know. I'm saying. I believe me when I tell you. I go back and check once in a while. No, they don't. I just checked again, but no, they don't pay dividends. I'm like, wait a minute, they pay dividends. I thought, oh man. Yeah, they don't. Tesla never paid out dividends, but honestly, I still think Tesla is a very good investment. I don't have stock in Tesla, but I do have it in a couple of ETFs that I have. But I think Tesla's a very good investment because they've been around for a minute and they look like they're. Yeah, I know Tesla don't. I just checked again and it still says that it don't. But that don't mean that they never will. Here's the thing: Tesla is still a company that's in the growth stage, and that don't mean they never will. But it just means that they don't. Tesla might get to the point where they become extremely profitable because a lot of times just because you see a company with a large market cap and all this money, that don't always equate to profit because there's a lot of stuff that we don't see behind the scenes. But when the company becomes profitable, like Walmart is a profitable company. They've been making, yeah, hey, Queen Sackcloth, just so you know also, that Cash App, that savings account in the Cash App, if you put money in Cash App savings account, you can get 1.5% interest off of that too. If you have it in that savings account in the Cash App. So just so you know, because what I usually do in the Cash App, if I have nothing to do with the dividends that I get, I'll move the dividends out of the Cash App investment part and I'll move it in my savings part until I get ready to use it for something. So I get dividends over in Cash App and I'll say, okay, I had nothing I want to buy. So I transfer the money out and I put it in the savings account of the Cash App. And once I put it over there, they pay out interest on your money every single month. And it's like 1.5% interest. So that's what I do with the Cash App. So if you decide you're going to invest in the Cash App, make sure you look at that savings account. And then if you start investing, you start seeing some money coming in. And as long as they keep paying interest on the cash that you don't invest, you just have to move it. You got to take it out of the investment part and put it in the savings part. And they pay out, say, on investments. They pay out interest on your money every single month on uninvested money. But you have to move it to the savings part of the Cash App. But the only way you can benefit that if you have to transfer money, you have to have money transferred. That's where the difference is. No, wait a minute. No, you don't. Because I don't have no money transferred there. Nope, you don't. I'm sorry, you don't. You don't have to have it because I just realized I don't have my money don't go directly in there. So I still get money. I still get interest. I get interest on my money in the Cash App because I got money invested in the stock market. And when I get that money, I transfer it into the savings account and I just let it sit there, and then it collects interest. It's not 1.5% interest is not a lot, but it's still your money making some type of money instead of just sitting there not doing nothing. That's not saying that's what you should do, but it's just so you be aware of that particular feature in the Cash App that sometimes people just ignore. They don't realize it's there. I go hunting anywhere I can put my money at and make some money. Make. Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, Tesla definitely don't pay no dividends. I wish they did, but oh, that's what's up. So you already on it. That's what's up. So we got all the investors in here. We got stock traders. We got investors. We got real estate people, man. Business people, man. We the cream of the crop. Yeah, that's how I, that's how I do. I try to put my money in places where, I don't look, some people want a big bang for their buck. Sometimes slow and low and consistent is just as good to me as a big bang for my buck. Jay, if you're still on here, I got a question for you. How you doing with AGNC? Because I think you said you bought some. And I'm about to get off in a little bit. Appreciate y'all coming in, spending wait. I know you. I know. I really, really appreciate it. I'm joking around when I say wasting y'all time with me. But no, I think you said you bought some. I'm not even sure, Jay. I don't even remember if you did or not. But I know AGNC is in the stash app and cash app. Oh, AGNC stock. I think you said you bought some. I'm not sure if I remember correctly. AGNC stock, how are you doing with that? If you bought it. Being newsy. I'm getting all in your business. I think you said you bought it, but I'm not too sure. And then my next question, Jay, do you have, and this is anybody, but mostly Jay, because I know he was talking about this. We talked about this type of stuff. Do you have ARR? Is a real estate investment trust? That's the second question. I'm gonna leave you alone. And the reason why ARR is a real estate investment trust. The reason why I said that, Jay, is because both of those stocks pay dividends every month. And I think you said you bought the AGNC one. But both of those stocks pay dividends every month. And I'm giving you all a little bit of insight on this. If you have Stash App, I think they're both there. I remember them being there when I had it. So if you got Stash App and you're looking for two stocks that pay dividends every month. Now, ARR is a real estate investment trust that pays dividends every single month, and they pay 24 cents a share right now. And they usually pay it out at the end of the month, around the 30th, between the like 27th, 28th, 30th, something like that. Now, AGNC pays out dividends. AGNC pays out dividends, but they usually pay it out somewhat closer to the middle of the month, like the 12th, 11th, in that area stuff. So they pay out dividends. So here's my point to that. All right, so ARR pays out dividends every single month, and it's a real estate investment trust. I'm just saying if you guys may be interested in buying something that pays out dividends every month. And like I said, I can't guarantee y'all whether the stock gonna go up, down, make money or not money, but the ARR one pays out at the end of the month. AGNC pays in the middle of the month. Now, AGNC pays out 12 cents a share every single month. And historically wise, it's been paying that every single month. ARR has been paying every single month historically wise, and it pays 24 cents a share every single month. I'm slight in the red with both. Well, one I'm in the red a lot because I bought it high real early, and the other one I'm slightly in the red. But if you was trying to get like a every 2-week pay almost, if you had a lot of money in ARR, you'll be getting paid at the end of the month. And if you had a lot of money in AGNC, you'll be getting paid almost in the middle of the month. That's just a little bit of insight. I mean, I got other ones in between, but I'm just giving y'all those two. Yeah, I got Alexandria real estate too. I got that one. I know which one you're talking about. I have it in Robinhood, but I don't have it I don't have a stash yet, but I do have stock in it, though. I appreciate that, bro. But I do have stock, and that's a good one, actually. I think they pay every 3 months, though. Yeah, they pay every 3 months. But the one I'm talking about, ARRJ, for anybody, it ain't really specifically just J. If you don't have it and you're looking for something that pays every month, ARR pays every month. You're looking for something else that pays every month, AGNC pays every month. And AGNC right now is a little under $10, I think. Maybe like $9.35. I gotta look to see, but they pay 12 cents a share every month. And ARR pays like 24 cents a share every month. So just to give y'all an idea why I'm telling y'all that, and I'm not saying this you should go put this money there. I'm just saying in general. Okay, cool. That's what's up. So here's my point today. Before I get off this live, let's say you had AGNC and you currently bought it at the current price of, let's say it's at $9.50, right? And you put slapjack, bam, I drop $10,000 on AGNC right now, bam, 10 grand. Every single month, as long as they're paying out the dividends that they're paying, you'll get $126 a month in dividends. Without having to sell your stock, whatever, just holding it. Every single month for 10 grand, you're going to see about $126,000 if you had 10 grand just in AGNC at the current price right now. This just give me some insight. And if you had 10 grand, that's what's up, bro. ARR is a real estate investment trust, Jay. I think I'm saying the stock code right, but I'll go check to make sure. And if you had 10 grand and you slapped it in the ARR at the current price, you'll get about $140 every single month in dividends. Give me 1 second. Yeah, Jay, I'm almost positive it's in the stash app, but it was there when I used to buy it. I mean, I used to buy it over there, but the stock code is ARR, and it's Armor Residential Real Estate Investment Trust. Just to give you an idea. I don't think you bought any of that. Jay, I don't think you had that one. This is another one. I'm just letting you know that they pay dividends every single month, 24 cents a share. If you may be interested. But it's a real estate is a residential real estate investment trust. Oh, that's what's up, bro. That's all I was saying. I'm not I didn't know whether you had it already or not, but I figured that, that might help you out. And I'm in the red bad with it. Because I bought it really, really high when I originally bought it. But yeah, every month. Every month, 24 cents every single month. That's what it pays. That's what it's been paying me. I bought it high, Jay. I bought it real high. But that's one of the ones that I'm in the red a lot, but I really don't care. I really don't even care. I waited till it dropped a lot and I just been buying more of it, but I really wasn't I'm in the red with it. So if anybody would start to buy it right now, they'll actually be getting it a lot cheaper than what I had. Like I think currently like $17, something like that, $16. And when I bought it, my average cost was like $25. So that gives you an idea. And it was higher than that. I just worked it down lower. When it was higher than that, I just happened to buy more and work it down lower. But I think long term, if you plan on holding it long term, yeah, I got it. Yeah, so I like I said, I was just giving you some insight on that one, bro. Hopefully, if you do, hopefully you come up, even though I'm down. But I'm not really in the red because I've had it so long that I've gotten almost what I'm down at. The money that I'm down in the red with, I've gotten that in dividends. So it's like it's a wash for me right now. But if I keep it holding it after a while, it's no longer a wash. I'm actually, I'm going to be in the red at that point. I'm in the green at that point. So it's all good. I ain't mad at you, but I ain't mad about it. I mean, as long as it's paying me, I'm happy. That's it. I mean, stock price go back to where it was when I originally started buying it, then I'll be making even more money. But I ain't going to sell it. I'll just hold it. But like I said, I'm ready to get up out of here. And unlike anything I say or others say, if you don't have Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, if you don't have a relationship with God, that is by far more important than anything that I can say or do or talk about. This stocks might help you in your daily life here and there financially. But salvation will help you forever. And with that said, I'm going to get up out of here. Appreciate everyone that's came in on this live. Appreciate y'all's support. It means everything to me. It means a lot. I really, really do. And like I said, anybody else, please follow all the channels. Stay up with all what we're doing. We're doing great things over here. Y'all have a blessed, wonderful day. I'm out of here. Peace.